Mindfulness is a way of being. I think it has become a much bandied cliche. I think put simply what it means is living and being aware without judgment in the moment, non-judgmentally to yourself and towards others. And I find that my dog Hades helps me to think about being in the present. And there are various ways that he does that, and I can use him to help with my relaxation. For example, being aware of him and what he's doing is, and nothing else, is a form of centering on something that is happening in the here and now. Hades, come. So being mindful, I think, really means being present in the here and now. For example, when I sit with Hades, my white German Shepherd, I think about being in the here and now, not just because he's relaxed, but because he makes me aware of the present moment. One of the main things is that I'm now aware of my own breathing. And I think when we're practicing mindfulness or any relaxation, being aware of your own breathing is a crucial and first step. It's all day most of us run around without actually aware of the fact that we're breathing, without thinking about what we're doing most of the time. For example, automatic pilot driving somewhere to work or on the motorway, or doing something without really knowing that you're doing it. For example, when was the last time you really tasted a cup of tea? And these are the sort of things I tell myself. And thoughts. One of the crucial things about mindfulness is being aware of your thoughts. And this doesn't mean, in my opinion, worries. It means more about thoughts will come and go in your mind. And this is normal as human beings. However, when thoughts turn into ruminations and worries, and I think that leads to increasing stress. So when I sit with Hades or try to practice mindfulness, I allow thoughts to focus on one thing, or try to make my thoughts focus on one thing. For example, on Hades. And other thoughts will inevitably come to my mind, such as problems. And I let them come, and I let them go. And I do it non-judgmentally. I try not to criticize myself. I try not to criticize the fact that I've had a thought or a worry. I just like to see it floating by, like a bubble in a stream that passes it by, acknowledge it, see it, and then bring my mind back to the center. One of my ways of dealing with problems is to set aside a time for thinking about them, rather than thinking about them all the time. And when a problem comes to my mind, I think, okay, this is a problem, can I do something about it? If the answer is yes, then I do something about it, and then the problem is no longer there. Or, if the answer is no, then there is no problem because I cannot do anything about it. Either way, I've solved the problem and tried to put it away for when the next time I'm able to think about the problem, rather than let it obsess me, worry me, and create an ongoing fight or flight response which happens in us almost all the time. So mindfulness is really about breathing, about being aware of your body, your feelings, sensations and thoughts, and about experiencing time as it really is. For example, the only thing that we ever have as human beings is the now, is the present, this moment, this time will never come back again. There is no tomorrow. There was no yesterday for us now. Yesterday is gone and tomorrow is not here. So as human beings, the only thing we actually have as self-aware creatures is the current moment. And I think mindfulness means living in that current moment, using your senses non-judgmentally, non-critically, of yourself and ideally, if we're able to, of others, and extending that goodwill to others, and savouring that moment. And there's a term that the Japanese have which says you should be so much at peace with yourself, you should be able to drink tea from an empty cup, and that is when you've achieved true harmony.